Hello, hello. We're back.
Yes, we are. And who are we?
We are Don and Cheyenne Kramer, and this is Small Business Power. Some people might wonder, okay, you ain't been out here the last couple of weeks. What in the world? Well, there's a lot going on in our background over the last couple of weeks. And hopefully, as we go forward over the next few weeks, you'll get to hear more about that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We have a good story.
But at the same time, we're hoping and praying that our We Care team member, Miss Joetta, is okay out there somewhere. I'm not sure if something has happened or if we maybe just got confused in our scheduling. Anything's possible these days, is it not?
Yes, it's possible. A lot of people are running around confused.
It's true, and sometimes that's us too. Yes.
Oh, we're not anything special, that's for sure.
But we were going to be talking today about health and travel and a lot about how mental wellness can be improved upon through travel. So we thought we'd at least kind of draw from our own experiences and talk just a little bit about some of the things that we know because of experience in terms of how to be able to improve your mental wellness. And especially, oh my gosh, as an entrepreneur, if we're not addressing our own mental wellness, things can fall apart real darn quick, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it can. And I can understand a lot of people are in what I call a rut.
Ooh, yeah.
They're in the same routine. Get up, go to work,
Mm-hmm.
do my work, come home. If you got a family, you got to fix, breakfast for the kids or your spouse. Go to work, come home, dinner. Got to fix dinner. You got children. Take care of your children, which is very important. Please do take care of them.
Yes, please.
We've done it, and it's just that you can get in this like a rut. So, what can you do to get out of that rut, which can play on your mental wellness?
It is true. It is true. I mean, even out here on the road, most of we are full-time RVers. We've been on the road. Oh my God, do you believe it's been almost 4 years now?
Yes, it has.
May 1st was actually when we actually pulled out of the driveway 4 years ago and headed down the road. And, I have to admit that some of what is so awesome for us out here on the road is the fact that we can go to some very scenic places. We've spent time with tons of waterfalls around us. This winter, we've been blessed to be, 15, 20 miles from an awesome beach. Just being able to be out in nature and be able to take in the beauty and the nature in our surroundings is a huge part that helps us to maintain some kind of stability in our mental health. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, to be honest with you, we're probably 10, 15 miles from several beaches.
That's true.
And it's tough to take.
It's tough, but somebody's got to do it, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. So, there is a lot to be said about getting out in nature, being outside. People laugh. Sometimes they see me sitting in a gravity chair outside doing a business meeting. Well, for me, being outside is part of helping me to kind of maintain that equilibrium, to not get overly stressed and overly wound up with things. It's, just being out in nature is a huge component for being able to maintain our mental wellness. And, absolutely. I mean, there are days like when a frog takes out your air conditioning, then it's much better to be outside the RV than inside the RV.
Oh man, that's pretty riveting.
It is pretty riveting. There's no doubt about it. It's been an interesting week or two. But, at the same time, we also should make mention, because we are so happy and so blessed that we actually have a project that is launching this Thursday that is all about helping people to be able to have better mental wellness. And that is with our We Care partner, Dory Staley. She is going to be training and facilitating somebody to learn how to become a certified therapeutic drummer to be able to ongoing help women and children who have been rescued from human trafficking. That's a pretty big mental wellness, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. I can't say enough about this trafficking women and children.
It is horrendous.
And there's actually some men are being trafficked too.
That's true.
Let's be fair
true.
all around.
It's true, but it is a larger percentage of women and children.
Right.
And, just the fact, if you've never met Dory, you need to go find her. You need to look her up on Facebook, LinkedIn. She's all over. Next Stage Drumming is what she's called. And, that is another simple tool. Now, what she does, I'm not trying to oversimplify it, because she's gone through a lot of training. She goes through a lot of intuitive processes to upgrade that training all the time. But I will tell you that things like what she does is an example of being able to help people overcome trauma, reduce stress, reduce anxiety, be able to focus better. That is something where, you can be anywhere in the world and be able to get some kind of training or assistance through someone like Dory. And, it's so important for us to be addressing these things. In fact, I just saw one of our other members, Trevor Blasek. He is an amazing human being, and he actually has a podcast called Mind Over Matter. And it's all, his desire is to reduce suicides. He comes from the military. I don't think people even have any clue how many suicides every day are happening in the military. Official numbers say something like 22. I've heard it's closer to 60.
When you count veterans, it goes up past 60.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're pushing probably 100 or so when you count veterans. And what's pretty shameful to me, I know this is another off topic, is when you drive down the road and you find veterans who served their country, did their time, and are homeless.
Absolutely.
And it just tears me up. I'm a veteran, so I know how important these people did. They actually agreed to put their life down for our country.
It's true. It's true.
Here they are needing help. And we have to reach out.
We wonder why so many of them become suicidal, along with PTSD kind of things, which are very common these days, coming back from the military, all of that, and then end up homeless too. That's just, I can't even think about it. It's just absolutely should not be, is right. The best way that I can put it.
Let me explain something. I'm not blaming in either political party or any of the things that it's just a shame that our veterans have been left behind.
It's true. Absolutely.
And it's been going on for many years.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And, so let me just touch on one other component that I think can make a big difference in our mental wellness. And I'll tell you, some of you know us, that some of our story, how, it's been, 12, 13 years now since we went through losing everything in our world, and basically having to start over. And one of the things that was a real key for us in terms of mental wellness and healing from the trauma that we went through was figuring out what were the skills and talents we had that we could utilize to help somebody else. And that, a lot of people are impressed when they hear, oh, you've taught entrepreneurship in prisons and you've worked with kids being recruited by gangs and, you've been in homeless shelters doing this. Well, this was part of our healing process. It was very early on when after we had lost all this stuff in our life and was trying to figure out how to rebuild, that we had the opportunity to work with a group of at-risk teenagers. And they were My goodness, they were not happy teens in many cases.
No.
They they spent more time trying to figure out how to make the adults around them mad than anything else, because they weren't happy. They were not fulfilled. They were not, I'm not so sure that I could have called any of them suicidal, but they
No.
sure as heck were not happy with their lives and what was going on around them. And the fact that we were able to come to them and help them to figure out something they could create. In fact, that's a really good point.
That's true.
Creation process. The brain is happiest when it's in creation.
Well, let's go back to earlier what we were saying. These kids were creative,
Absolutely.
but they were not allowed to be creative in school.
It's true.
That's really hurt. I mean, they were supposedly branded as not going to be successful. They could not do the classwork. But
Mhm.
there's a reason for it.
It's true.
They weren't designed to sit there and listen to all the stuff that they had to go through. They wanted to create, and teachers weren't letting them create.
And I don't blame teachers.
Yeah, it's
the system.
system.
It's the school system that we're in. A lot of these young people that we've worked with, part of their depression and not feeling happy and fulfilled in their own mental wellness was because they were designed to learn by doing. They wanted to be hands-on learners. And unfortunately, the school system doesn't allow enough of that. There's a little bit here and there. I remember having to do some science projects and stuff in school, but overall, there's not enough of that hands-on learning. And so when you combine hands-on learning, like we like the word apprenticeships, don't we? You combine that with the ability to help people create something new. Creation helps people to feel happier in the brain. And if you can help them to create something that allows them to help somebody else, now you've got a double win. Now you've got one of the main secrets to helping people overcome some of this depression that is absolutely rampant in our society. And I don't have to be any kind of a certified counselor to tell you this. We've experienced it,
Mhm.
and we've helped other people to experience it.
But going back to the schools and grading system, and someone you may know him, may not know him, or heard of him, Robert Kiyosaki.
Mhm.
He said AB students are great to hire, and the people hiring them are the CD students, because CD students have created their own business,
It's true.
and they need people to work for them. They need someone who's good, so they hire AB students. So don't let the grading system get you down, young people.
It's
No.
true.
It's just crazy. Personally, I started a business. I actually had 2 people who graduated college working for me. I never finished college, but college students, graduates are great. They were good workers.
It's true.
That's not trying to put college down. I think if you can go to college, great. Go if you want to go to college.
That's true.
That's the thing. But there's other things to do besides just going to college. Maybe you can do both. We know kids that by the time they finished college, they didn't have any debt, but they had a couple of $100,000 in the bank.
Oh my goodness, it's true.
And
It's true.
Anybody can do it if they want to. It's just, you want to go to college, great.
Absolutely.
It's all up to the individual.
It is.
It's funny, but people can go to school, still do stuff on the side, make money, and invest that money, and wind up having no student debts.
There you have it. Well, and we're all about empowering people to take more control over their personal health and wellness. That is part of the mission of We Care Partnerships Network. And if you are not currently a member of our We Care Wellness group, it's a private group on Facebook, but we are happy to add you to that group. We have at least 2 people every week who are doing live streams in that Facebook group. We have Miss Tiffany Hunter, who is a holistic health coach. She actually is very much into helping people to understand some of the emotional root causes that can cause us to have dis-ease in our life. And then we have Miss Maggie Bergesser, who is an excellent resource to learn about how things like essential oils, aromatherapy, things that are from nature can help us to heal body, mind, and spirit. So if you're not currently in that We Care Wellness Facebook group and you want to be added, please just let us know under this video. Make a comment and say, add me, and make sure you're connected to me and or Dawn on Facebook, because we have to be connected to you to be able to add you to the group. But we would love to be able to add you. You can get in there and just hear some of these very powerful live streams that are in that group that can help you to become more re-empowered, take more control over your health, over your wellness, your mental wellness, but definitely body, mind, and spirit. You have any final thoughts on that, hon?
Yes, one thing that could help your mental health is get out in the sun.
Yes, get outside.
Get out there. It doesn't matter if it's cold. If you got sun shining on you, great. And if you work at home, find a place outside that you can take your computer, do some work out there in the sun. Yes. You'll be happy you did it. Believe me. We actually, when we were in Mayo, Florida, we found a park.
It was awesome.
That had Wi-Fi power.
It did.
And we actually took our office there.
We did.
And but it was amazing. It made you feel better, didn't it?
It did. We had an outdoor office. I mean, we brought our little table that we put our computer on. Here's these little poles in the park where you could plug in your laptop, plug in your cell phone, and it had a strong Wi-Fi signal. So yes, we did podcasts from the park. We did a number of things like that. And sometimes just getting out there and changing your environment, especially if it can be in nature, will make all the difference.
You can be on your back patio if you got one on your back deck. Have some plants around you. Got sun shining on you.
That's it.
Nature's great for you.
It is. It will lift you up. It will help to heal body, mind, and spirit in so many ways. And walking, oh my goodness, is walking not one of the best therapies?
I walk every day. I think I walked pretty close to 4 miles already today. So yes, and I enjoy it. Plus, it keeps you in shape.
It does.
You don't have to go out and run 5 miles.
Yep.
Go walk 5 miles.
It is true. And another thought too, we also have a YouTube channel, We Care Wellness Empowerment. It's a YouTube channel, and we're happy to connect you there if you'd like to be connected there. But definitely get into our We Care Wellness Empowerment Team group on Facebook. Just let us know you want an invite there, and we will make sure to connect you there. And visit weekly. Right now, never quite sure. I know 4 o'clock on Wednesdays. It's been 2 o'clock on Tuesdays, but it might be changing. We have live streams going on in that group. And these folks have all kinds of things that you probably didn't know that can help you to become more empowered with your wellness. That's all I've got for the moment. You got anything else, hon?
No, take your life back.
Yes.
Please.
And please like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and help more people become wellness empowered. It's up to us to take our life back, to take our health back, and it's time for us to do more of that. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you again next week on Small Business Power.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.